what I'm about to show you is how deceptive the food labeling business has been in America. In other words, the question becomes, how could I change my weight if the foods that I'm eating appear to be healthy and good for weight loss when they really aren't? Now, whether you eat this food or not really isn't important. What's important here is what I'm about to illustrate and show to you on why it's been hard to lose weight. Now, I'm just going to use this one product, which is ground turkey. And as you look at the label, you notice it says it's 7% in fat, which sounds like it's a low-fat food. And it's all natural, it's fresh. Now, everything about this label is insinuating that it's a low-fat food, and it even insinuates by saying 93% fat-free, only 7% fat. What would you think if I told you that that food has the same fat content as T-bone steak? That when you buy that ground turkey, it's not really a low-fat food at all, but rather it's a high-fat food. Now, I'm going to give you a formula today, and this is my gift to you. It's a formula to show you how to look at a label and actually know whether it's a low-fat food. Now, when we look at the back of this label, you'll notice that it says it has 170 calories with 8 grams of fat. Now, here's the formula when you look at a label to determine the real percentage of fat in a food. You take the grams of fat on the label, in this case it's 8, times 9, divided by the 170, this food is 45% fat. How is it possible that they can label the food as 7% fat when really 45% of its fat calories are coming from fat? It's based in a little loophole. This label right here, this 93% fat-free or the 7% fat, is referring to the product's fat by weight, not its fat by calories. Now, this may not make a lot of sense to you right up front, but within our program, we go to great lengths to explain this and show you in more details with more food products that this food that so many Americans assume is a low-fat food is actually a high-fat food, and that's a very prevalent technique that these labels use to deceive the public. In other words, it's almost like consumer fraud, the deliberate intent to deceive one, which is you, for the financial gain of another, which is them. Now notice something about this label. Nowhere on the label does it bother to tell you what they ground up. See, this can be the thigh meat, which it most likely is. It could contain skin, it can contain everything. So notice this label. Notice it says it's extra lean, and notice it says here it's 99% fat-free or 1% fat. And notice something different on this label that you didn't see on the other label. Notice this one's telling you it's the ground breast meat. If you like turkey and you were trying to lose weight and you wanted to use a ground turkey product, it's critical that you see the word breast on the label, because if that word isn't there, it isn't the low-fat version. Now again, let's look at the percentage of fat using the formula I showed you earlier. Again, this has 120 calories. It's got 1.5 grams of fat. 1.5 times 9 is about 13. Divided by 120 means this product is 11% fat, and that truly is a low-fat food. The question isn't, Keith, I don't eat that food. The question here is, wow, how many labels like that am I being deceived by? Because the reality is that many companies, when they have the opportunity to insert these loopholes, they're doing it left and right. And how, as a consumer, am I going to be able to lose weight effectively if I don't even know the basics of how these companies are deceiving me and what the right foods are? At the end of the day, let's just assume that you're pouring almond milk in your protein shake. While that is healthy, it isn't great for helping you lose weight. Almond milk at the end of the day is over 70% fat. That's higher in fat than the T-bone steak. See, it's these little tips and things that we want to get across to our clients so they're not making these common mistakes. And this is my point in that. Whether you drink almond milk or not is not really the point. The point is it is a high-fat food. It's also marketed as a low-fat food, right? But at the end of the day, I have to understand how to look at food labels and really know what's going on. Because you see, there's a big difference between eating for health, which is one style of eating, versus eating to lose weight. And that's what our program will be able to show you, is all the different intricacies between eating for health versus eating to lose weight. Now, our program encompasses both. We show you how to be healthy and also how to lose weight. So, using that formula, it's just my gift to you. I just wanted to make sure that you have something to walk away with to start making some small changes. And remember that we're not at all about dieting. We're really about a lifestyle change to understand that small changes create massive results over the course of time. So that's one of the most common mistakes people are making when it comes to trying to keep their weight off or lose weight is they've been deceived constantly by these labels.